Alright, welcome back to Child of Light. In the last part, we got Rubella, we got a lot of EXP, and now we're making our way to the Tree of Thorns. Igniculus, we didn't even try. He was just like, I got him! I got one! 1 out of 6!
He was excited, okay?
It's like that one fish from Finding Nemo. Bubbles!
Oh my god, I am that fish.
Bubbles.
Me and my friends, we cast each other in, movies all the time, and I was cast as that fish.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
That fish
like,
and
the
the starfish.
Hi, how's it going?
I was a toss-up between those two. Because normally I'm the old man with a beard.
Okay.
That's usually what I'm cast as.
Well, no, explain, what you're saying. So,
when we were casting, watching Harry Potter, I was Dumbledore. When we were casting, watching Lord of the Rings, guess who I was?
Gandalf.
Exactly, the old man with the beard.
So you'd watch movies, and they'd be like, if you were this character, this is the one you'd be.
So,
if you were a character in this movie, this is the one you'd be.
Well, it's basically we sit down, and we're just okay, out of all the people that we know mutually, who do you think this person would be? Who do you think that person would be? And then, we slowly just cast everyone we know in this movie. Which is funny. It's fun to do. If you don't do it, try it, because it's hilarious.
We do, we'll see a character, and it's just isn't this character just, there's a character in Up, the little kid, and they're just like, isn't this kid look like Steven? And we watch it, it's just it's Steven! So it does something, it's just oh, Steven fell down!
Aww. See, we don't go so much on aesthetics, it's the personality. So, especially in college, I was always the one that's it's okay, let my wise words heal your pain. So they're okay, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Leveling up.
See, I've been called the wise man in the beard and the sword and the stone. They're you are straight Merlin.
Isn't he, the grumpy one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
He means well, but he's grumpy just because, he's just ugh. Just a medieval mess.
Oh, look, you got an oculi.
Yeah. I got 2 oculi. I got 2 oculi. I got 2 oculi. I got 2 oculi. Hey, hey. Yeah.
Boom.
There's that chest I was wondering about.
It would have been so helpful in playing had I known early on that I could blind my targets.
Well, yeah, because you'd always get
to surprise them, yeah.
Initial attack. You have the right of way.
You have the right of way.
I always go after the ghosts first because I can one-shot them. Bye-byes.
She's oh no.
I'm melting!
Yep.
See, those guys don't bother me, because when they speed up, they speed themselves up. Except for that bastard that slows down. You speed up, you slow down.
Yep.
If your sword goes up, my teeth come down.
Do you have, a quicken elixir yet?
No, actually. It's a ways before I get, the lulls, the quickens, and the unstoppables.
Okay. I knew it was a while before we get to see, the unstoppable. But I wasn't sure if you had any of the elixirs yet.
So far, all I have is Firefly elixirs, a revive, some healing items, and some magic potions. And, I never keep magic potions for long so far, from what I've recorded.
Oh my god, I hoard them.
Nah, I use them. I'm just welp.
Yeah, I definitely hoarded my potions.
Hang in there, Rubella.
I know, she's come on! I'm dying over here!
Okay. We got an oculi and some magic potions. Nice. Good, good. Now let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can craft an oculi.
Nope.
Nah. Not yet. We need enough to where, like, not all the oculi just goes in one slot. So we need spare oculi. Okay, that's where I came from. So I want to go up here.
You're just like standing next to it, like, this is my puppy now. This is my pet.
Heal,
hyena.
boy! Heal! Da, 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 da.
Vulnerable to fire.
Yeah, this is when it starts getting a little repetitive, I'll admit. Because, like, when you're in an area, most areas in RPGs, they only have, like, 4 or 5 different types of enemy that you're facing.
Yeah.
And usually they all have, like, different abilities to, like, differentiate different strategies. But after a while, if you're in the area for long enough, you've seen all there is to see. So then it's just the grind to get the EXP and all the skills.
Right.
So you're ready for the boss. Later on in the game, though, you don't have to do this so much as you just have to do side quests, and you get even more EXP. So that's kind of how, like, RPGs are, like, structured. It's like, the more side quests you open up, the less grinding you have to do, because the side quest beef you up for the boss better than grinding does, but grinding is still an option. So it's like, grinding's the slow way to, like, grind. Okay, I'm 4 levels stronger than I should be able to take on the boss. To the side quest where it's just like, I got the best gear, I got the best accessories, let me take on the boss, and the boss is like,
Oh no. It's like that meme I posted. The whale and the seal.
Yep. And then some other RPGs are just like, oh, you completed all the side quests and you made the final boss your bitch. Well, this is the optional super boss that's specifically for completing all the side quests.
Oh no.
Have at it. And that boss breaks the game. It's like, I don't abide by rules, I just want you to die.
Oh.
And, like, those are an accomplishment because it's just like, I beat a boss that shouldn't be beaten because by all accounts it cheats.
It cheats.
Child of Light doesn't have, like, an optional super boss, but some games do. And you'll know it because you'll be like, oh, what's this boss? And then the music starts, and then you're dead. And it's
The
like,
music starts, and all of a sudden you're dead. It makes me wonder, like, if they did have a super boss, what it would be. Because I feel like with the storyline, they wrap everything up with, like, a nice little bow, according to the story.
there would probably be some, like, giant or dragon or something. Like, these super bosses don't have anything to do with the story. They're just, like, some, like, ancient monster that's kind of just like, meh. It's just like, hey, don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you.
There you
and
go.
It's just like, but I'm at max level and I completed everything and I gotta complete the game 100%, and it's just like,
If you say so. Cracks knuckles.
cracks knuckles. Alright, let's go.
Bring it.
And then you cry and weep and then you beat it and you're just like, I did it.
I did it. But did you have fun?
But did you have fun?
Slowly vomits all over yourself. Like, yeah, it was a blast.
You ever get so stressed you're nauseous?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That was my worry when you were just like, I'm dizzy. I'm not feeling so good. I'm just like, is this game making her so frustrated she's nauseous?
I think it was, so we're talking about Alice right now, my first session playing Alice, and I'm not good at moving the camera around, and I was making myself nauseous from, like, moving the camera.
You're making me nauseous.
I don't know if any of you
I was
guys
like,
have ever seen Blair
oh.
Witch, but it was like Blair Witch remastered, but worse. Oh.
Yeah, you kept like going and like up in the one corner, and she'd like look up in the corner. I'm like, what is so fascinating about that corner? I just have to ask. Ho 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 ho. Do I want? No, I want to go this way because then I get the better healing. Yeah, there's a lot of strategies, and if you do it right, you should end one of those paths by the end of the game. You won't get all the you won't get all the abilities, but you have to choose like which abilities you want throughout the journey. And then like that's the skills you keep until the next round, till you gain another level.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of strategy in leveling up.
I mean, I feel
It's
like
like
I
what
did.
path do you want to stick to?
I feel like I did well with choosing which skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I always looked ahead to see, like, okay, what skills do I want?
That's why they
And
have
then
like
work,
everything on the
work
board.
towards that skill.
So you can see everything and be like, okay, yeah. But yeah, you understood it quite well. Some RPGs don't tell you what's next.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. You just, like, get the skill, or you just get the next level, you know,
like
whatever
it's
you
just
earn
like,
for the next
hey,
level. and it's
you
just
get a skill at this level, and it's just like, well, what skill is it? It's a surprise. Surprise! Autoimmune to fire. I'm in the ice level.
No! Well, again, and I stand by my statement now. Going through, like, an adventure game with a real-time fighting, like, I like this style. I like that it's you take your turns.
You don't like when you're just like, oh, look at the pretty flower. Ow! Hey! Hey!
Yeah. Or, you know, when the monster's off-screen and they're still attacking you, and you're too busy trying to figure out where the camera's at. Like,
What's hitting me? Oh, that guy up on the ledge firing you from safety. He's firing shots at you.
yeah, and then you have to, like, get the camera right because, God forbid. I'm jaded. It's fine. The game is fun. I just don't like the camera.
Well, that's fine. Like, again, it's a very common complaint. A lot of people are just like, oh, looks like a beautiful game, but fuck that camera. Nope. No to the thank to the you. That's why a lot of like indie games and like more modern games are still 2D.
See, and I
Because
love
they know that,
like,
even though it's the year 2020, there's still a huge preference of 2D games.
see, I wish I was the same for, like, cartoons.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, because even though, like, you're right, Alice is a beautiful game, I do still like the 2D.
Yeah.
I just think it's more aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know why. I can't accurately describe.
They both have their
Any reason.
strengths and weaknesses, but I too do lean more towards the 2D because 2D at the end of the day knows it's a game. It doesn't try to be a movie like a lot of these 3D games try to like come off as. Where I'm just like, why is this just a movie? Why is this cutscene 45 minutes long?
Final Fantasy?
No.
Okay.
Although Final Fantasy comes close in some spots.
I heard I have not played Final Fantasy yet, but I've heard that, like, some of the cutscenes are amazing, but they're really long.
Yeah.
Come on, Igniculus.
You just get one more. Alright, so this is our next boss.
Ugh.
The giant. Little girl, you will not pass this way. I will eat you up this day.
Step out of the way, or I will turn you into clay.
Da 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 da.
That's like, that's such an odd, like, I will turn you into clay.
It rhymes. It rhymes. Don't question my authority.
My authority.
Respect my authority.
Well, it makes me wonder, like, is he an ogre or is he a golem?
You pronounce it Gollum?
Golem?
Pronounce it Golem. Because Gollum is the little guy from the Lord of the Rings. So I pronounce it Golem. So
Well, I
like
mean,
there's a different...
golem, it would have an umlaut over the O.
Would it?
Yeah, to elongate that O sound.
So that thing is called the Golem?
We'll look it up.
Yeah.
We'll let you know in the next episode.
What's the pronunciation of the giant's monster made of stone and clay?
Because, I mean, it's a...
I specifically call it Golem just so I don't mix it up with Gollum. Because when I hear Gollum, I think of...
My princess.
The hobbits betrayed us. You don't have any friends.
But he's also called Schmeagol. So could it be like
Yes.
Gollum is a reference or a play on, like, the creature?
I don't know.
Gollum.
What does he have to do with the rock giant of clay?
Well, because he's not real. He's a second personality.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we just found some research in our futures.
But you hate doing research on Tolkien.
No, I don't. I just prefer Harry Potter.
Okay. I don't know. Somehow I'm making this relationship work.
Yeah,
I'm a Tolkien guy. She's a Rowling lady, and I'm just like,
I wouldn't say Rowling. I would say Harry Potter. She's written other things that were absolutely horrible. I don't know if anybody has ever read Casual Vacancy. It was awful. Don't do it. Don't put yourself through it. Keep it vacant. Like, it was just bad.
That sounds upsetting.
Well, yeah, she tried to, like, move away from Harry Potter and from, like, magic and a fantasy-style writing.
Was that what she tried to do immediately after Deathly
Yeah,
Hallows?
Immediately after Harry Potter ended,
talks about
she
that.
tried to, like, write, like, a non-fiction style book.
Yeah.
Like, it was fictional, but it was very political. It was, like, there was no magic. There was nothing that she had built for herself. Like, she built this reputation of
juggling the shit out of this
fantasy.
guy.
I know, yeah. This is one of the only bosses that I died.
I think this is one of the only bosses I juggle. It's like a polar opposite here.
But yeah, it was a poor move, in my opinion, for her. Like, you build up this reputation of a writing style, and then you just smash it with this.
Yeah, that's weird. You should always go the Stephen King route. Then again, Stephen King just writes for the sake of writing. It's just like, what's possessed in Maine this day, Stephen King?
He's hurting. There he goes. Down.
Timber!
She tips over with her little sword. Part of me, like, wants Rubella to grab it one day, just be like, oh no!
It'll be very sharp.
Hang on, Aurora. I got you.
You got me!
There goes an arm.
Oh no! Oh, is there a secret down here? Nope. Before I move forward, I always like to be like,
Oh, there's a confession.
A confession.
I've got a confession to make. Clearly you don't listen to that song because you didn't finish the phrase.
Oh. You caught me. Hand in the cookie jar. I was gonna do a Patrick and be like, I have a confession. I love you. Maybe not that hard, Patrick. And there we go. We unlocked the map of Lemuria. So now, like, by accessing the main map, I can go back to previous areas just by selecting them. I don't have to fly all over the world.
Which is still pretty fun to do.
It is. Like, this is one of the few games where, like, I don't mind backtracking. Because, like, you're flying. So it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, it is pretty fast, too.
As long as you, like, avoid some of the enemies.
Yeah.
So this is, like, a more autumn layout. And we're going to go into combat with this little griffin here. And we'll see you guys in the next part of Child of Light.
Toodaloo!